What's up, y'all? Now I don't know if I'm supposed to be mad at Mariah or not. Like I really I don't know. Like, are we mad at Mariah or is Caleb like? I mean, because Caleb's his attitude was kind of. I don't. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here for another riveting recap of F Round to Find Out Season 3, Episode 7, The Changeover, The Ultimatum. All right, so if you guys are brand new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, leave your comments down below. Make sure y'all are liking the video. It'd be a whole lot of y'all watching, but it don't be a whole lot of y'all liking the video. Okay, let's talk about this episode. I will say this: Netflix, if you're listening, do not have a 45-minute episode that's chocked full of drama and excitement and whatever else. Excuse me. And then we go to an hour-long episode that is still really, really good, but that 15 minutes makes a difference, okay? So let's get started, y'all. We start off with Zena and Scotty. So remember, we are at the changeover, and we're getting ready to get to the nitty-gritty about what we learned, what we liked, what we didn't like, yada, yada, yada. So Zena and Scotty. So she said that the trial marriage started off beautifully, okay? You know, Scotty allows for his partner to show up, but she felt like she got interrogated after guys night. Remember, Scotty came back, had a little attitude after guys night and really showed his ass. She didn't like that, and neither did I. Okay, so she felt that he talked about JR constantly. Scotty was like, look, my character was being attacked. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Yeah, they insinuated that you were out starting shit. But I also feel, and I feel this about everything, deep down, if you know you didn't do something, you are not going to be that upset about it. You're not going to. So the fact that Scotty was so all up in his hurt box, you weren't that mad, sir. You weren't. Nobody was attacking your character. It was a conversation y'all had at guys' night. You said you didn't do it. Whether JR believes you or not, you know the truth. This is not character assassination. So Scotty said that his character was attacked viscerally. I said, oh, girl. Oh, girl. That was not a visceral. Okay, because, visceral means like heavily. Like that wasn't visceral, but okay. Scotty then said that even though y'all don't care what people think, all of y'all, I care. And then said that Zena was petty and that was unacceptable. JR then piped up and was like, yeah, because, maybe I said some things that you didn't like at guys' night. And then petty Zena came, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Because my thing is, why would you even say anything, JR? Why? I guess my whole thing is like, do you like Zena? Like, you might love Zena, you might be in love with Zena, but do you honestly like Zena? Because it is hard for me to imagine a world where another man is calling your wife petty and then you pile in, or wife, girlfriend, whatever y'all are, and then you pile on and it's like, yeah, she do be petty. No, that's not how that works, but okay. Scotty said that Zena would go through Scotty shut it down. Kudos to him, I guess. Shit, a quarter of a point. But Scotty is like, we're not gonna do that. That's not necessary. Scotty said that Zena would go to the ends of the earth for the people that she loves. He has learned how important it is to be on the same team. Unless you say something he don't like. If you say something he don't like, he don't want to be on your team. Only in the moments when you are agreeing with him is it okay to be on the same team. But y'all know, it's okay. So we then pan over to Caleb and Arya. So Caleb said that he came into this process not feeling like he was worthy of being a husband. He wouldn't be a good husband, a good father. We heard a little bit about that conversation. And then he also came into the process like upset about it. So he didn't know how long he was going to be upset by this, how long he would be mad about the process, how long he would be mad at his partner. And he was like, I'm just going to relax and relate, relax, release. Okay. So that's what he planned on doing. So he said he did not pursue Arya romantically. And he said that friendship is at the base of their connection because friendship is the basis for a good relationship. So Arya said that she was able to solidify the reasonings that she did not want to get married. And by looking at Caleb, she sees what she does want in a husband. You know, Caleb is calm and he's gentle and he listens to her. He don't listen to Mariah, but he listens to her at least. So she likes the fact that he's patient. I think patience is probably top of Arya's list because Scotty don't have none. So she does not want to overstep with Mariah, but she's like, look, if me and you were to get married, Caleb, we will be something, okay? We can make some things work. That's how she's talking, and she's being very careful about it. She's being, I think, very respectful about it. And she said that more importantly, Caleb made her feel seen and like she was enough, which is something that Scotland does not do. So Mariah then point blank said, look, are you going to continue to pursue Caleb? I said, what? Wow, that came out of nowhere, girl. What are you talking about? What? Oh, Mariah. Ooh, I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I understand why she asked, but I didn't like it. So Arya said, well, Caleb has the qualities that I want, but I'm in love with Scotty and I came here with Scotty. Does that answer your question? I, I was like, no. It don't answer mine. Yes or no. That didn't answer the question at all, Arya. But okay, girl. Okay. Somebody's leaving the door wide open. We then talked to Nick. Nick talks about how emotional he was when he saw Sandy. And then said that after he saw Sandy and she told him that she kissed JR, it kind of sent him spiraling. Zena was like, girl, what? Zena had no idea that they had kissed. So now Zena is like, well, who initiated it? JR was like, it was mutual. It was mutual. Was it? I don't remember. Don't have me rewind. So he then said that they came into this, JR, that they came into this, they didn't have boundaries. He's very snippy with her, very curt. I think a little rude because I think that Zaina is well within her rights to ask the questions that she's asking. She didn't come at you on some damn motherfucking nigga. Like, she didn't do that. She didn't do that. She was asking, I think, a basic, pertinent question. Who initiated it? How did this come apart? What's tea? Like, she wants to know the specifics of it because I I didn't do anything. I'm not out here, kissing on anybody. So to find out that you are kissing this girl, yeah, I can see why she would have a problem with it. JR, is Captain Save-A-Ho when it comes to Sandy. He's talking about how people are judging me and Sandy's relationship. It wasn't just all play play. It wasn't this. Yeah, it was lust. It was lust. Y'all were lusting after each other. But if you want to sit here and make it seem as if y'all were not lusting after each other and y'all loins weren't hot for each other, then fine. Keep playing and keep lying, but we all know the real. We all know the real. You fetishize that white woman. This was your chance to be with a white woman. Sandy strokes your ego and does all the shit that Zaina does not do for your ego. And that's what you want. If that's what you want, go on over there with her ass then. Honestly and truly, I think they should start off with the couples with their partners that they're coming with as the first trial marriage. And then I think they should end with the other couple. I think they should flip it. I honestly do. So Nick said that there's nothing wrong with their behavior and no one is judging them. I am. Speak for yourself, Nick. I'm judging them. We then see JR and Sandy. So JR said that Sandy is the total package. Oh my God. She's a beautiful human being. And he said they had a great trial marriage. He said that Sandy's mom even invited him to Christmas dinner. I said, nigga, shut the fuck up. Then goes on to say, y'all, this would kill me. I might take her up on that. In what world? I couldn't believe it. In what world? What world is do you think it's okay for you to spend Christmas with Sandy. Who's gonna let you go? Come on, Jr. Come on, Jr. You cooning at this point, man. You're cooning, shucking and jiving. Stop it. Stop. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't. We're going to scratch that from the record, JR, okay? So Sandy said that they opened up in ways that they normally would not have with one another. JR said that she's the best active listener that he has ever come across. He feels like Sandy likes him. I don't know. She told Zena she didn't, but semantics. He continued to sing her praises and said that, it's time for her to put herself first and all this other type stuff. And basically what they are doing, JR, is basically saying, if you're not happy with him and you're happier with me, it's okay for you to not want to go with Nick and to come over here with me. He does it throughout the entire episode, y'all. It's crazy. He then goes on to say that they went through hell with her ex calling and texting and messing up what they had going on. I want to reiterate this again. I want to be very, very clear about this. I really want to know if JR knows that this is not a real marriage. Right? Now, is Nick calling and texting annoying? Sure. But for whatever reason, JR is choosing to ignore the fact that not only has Nick said that Sandy was calling and texting him, but Sandy herself said that she was calling and texting Nick to tell him that she loved him and she missed him as well. So I guess my question is, why are you so bent out of shape? So bent out of shape that Nick is doing this, but you're ignoring the fact that Sandy is. Sandy admitted to you that she was still telling Nick, I love you, I miss you, and calling and doing all of this other type of stuff. It's not as one-sided as you wanted to believe. It's not. Your white queen, your white queen, she's not what you think she is. Okay. So Nick is like, well, Sandy, you were communicating with me consistently as well. Sandy, in this moment, admits it once again, and JR just sits there like he doesn't hear her. Who, to be a white woman, eh? So Nick then said that, yes, I made some mistakes, okay? I made some mistakes. I am trying to grow. I'm trying to. Caleb is there like, well, look, when Nick walked in, he did apologize to JR right away. JR was like, no, you have to stay out of our business. See, Zena don't check JR enough, because I just said, Nick, who the fuck are you talking to? If I was Zena, I would have came in and been like, it's so funny how you are defending Sandy to the ends of the earth. But you couldn't wait to pile on me and call me petty with this other man. Zena, you may want to, maybe Zena can get with Caleb. Because I don't want Caleb with Mariah. So they continue to talk about, Nick running up to the door. And I'm thinking, how many times did Nick come to the door? And I wish, maybe it happened at the reunion, but I wish that Nick and Vanessa Lachey would have asked, how many times did Nick come over? Because if Nick came over that one time, that did not mess up y'all groove that bad. I'm sorry. If somebody knocks on my door right now, it is not killing my groove that damn bad that I'm going to continue talking about it over and over and over every time I see that person. Like, you're antagonizing him, JR, for no reason. Like, I don't understand this. Do you really like Sandy that damn much? Oh my God. So he then JR is talking to Nick, saying, you lucky that Sandy didn't block you day one. You were intruding on our marriage. It's our marriage, damn it, our marriage. I'm like, disgusted. Oh my God. Sheesh. So Sandy starts to cry. What are you crying for? What are you crying for? So now the white woman tears are flowing because, oh my gosh, wants a little bit of attention. And she said that Nick was attacking her. He was not. Stop it. Don't do that, because if you felt that Nick was attacking you, you would be feeling threatened by Nick, thus and such. You would feel uncomfortable with Nick, okay? And you would not have wanted to go back to the apartment with Nick. None of that transpired. Stop it, Sandy. So while she's crying, JR is shuffling to get his handkerchief out of his blazer. Nick comes out very silkfully, smooth. Nix comes out smoothly, gives it to her. The look of like, damn, wow, on JR's face when he couldn't give her his handkerchief quick enough. And I was with Zena. What is going on? Zena, girl, run the other way. Run the other way. So all the couples are heading back out because now everybody's miserable. They're back with their original partner. And everybody's kind of hugging each other and whatever, wrapping their arm around their partner. I noticed that I'm gonna say Jay Z. I noticed that JR lagged behind Zaina just a little bit. He wasn't like overly rushing to do it. We see them like kind of rub each other a little bit, but they don't want to be back with each other. He doesn't want to be back with her. He doesn't. So we then see Scotty and no, Sandy and Nick, Lord have mercy. Sandy and Nick are back at the apartment, and he was a lot. I in this moment, I completely understood what she meant. He was a lot in this moment. You know, you're supposed to be with me, and spiritually and emotionally, we're the best connection. Relax. Relax. She's here for the next 3 weeks at least. So he's kissing her and saying that they have the most spiritual connection. And this is where she is meant to be. And she looks like she would rather be anywhere else. Rather be anywhere else. So Nick said that he was hurt by her kissing JR. He said, look, I'm not trying to be controlling or possessive. I was hurt. She took it as he was trying to hurt her. Okay. He then said that he really loves her and he is going to figure all of this out. He then goes on to say, okay, we all heard it, that if he continues with this down this path of, I guess, of him hurting her and not giving her what she needs, he will walk away himself and she never has to deal with him again. Do not say things that you don't really mean, because words mean things. And honestly and truly, Nick, I don't think you meant that. I don't think you meant it. So we think it's Scotty and Arya. Arya wants to bring back the laughter and the fun and just some of the lightness to their relationship. Scotty was like, sure, but like we work a lot. I said, so just because y'all work, y'all can't have fun? What? Oh, okay. I guess can't have no fun if you work. That's what Scotty said. So Scotty said, look, I connected with Zaina because we spent a lot of time together. Scotty's biggest thing that we have heard throughout all of this is he feels that him and Arya do not spend enough time together. Arya works a lot. She works and lives in a different city. So because of that, they don't get that quality time that he wants and that he needs. Arya said, okay, I see that. Arya does praise him because he likes to plan dates. Hell, we saw the wrath of that, okay? Zaina didn't want to go in the hot air balloon and she didn't want to do the chirotherapy, and that just sent Scotty on a beige rage, okay? Meanwhile, Arya appreciated that because Caleb didn't, and we didn't see her and Caleb do anything, like at all. They went for a walk, I think, once, but they didn't do anything. Caleb just seems like a boring, sleepy man. He fine, but he seems boring and sleepy. So Scotty starts asking about Arya and Caleb, like, were y'all physically attracted to each other? So I want to phrase this very carefully. Scotty gives the vibe as if he sees Arya as a piece of meat. Because it's interesting how he can't fathom that just another person will want to just be friends with her. He keeps saying, I don't trust Caleb. I don't trust Caleb. Like, I don't know any other man that wouldn't want to get with her. Look, Arya is a pretty girl for sure. She's pretty, she's beautiful, whatever you want to call it. But let's not act like every single man in the world wants her. And it's no shade to her, but the way that Scotty says it is as if every single man in the world would be lining up to fuck her. Like, why do you want that? That's it's interesting. So he's now questioning um if they were really friends or if there was more to it. Like, what's really going on? Arya finishes it up with saying, like, I can't handle your tone, because Scotty does get a little swollen in the chest. He checks it very quickly, but he was about to get real activated. We see Mariah and Caleb, and she wants to understand the real deal with him and Arya. What really happened with the two of y'all? She wants to know if it is more than just a friendship. Caleb said, look, it's nothing deeper. Don't try to dig deeper into it. He said that it was just patience and understanding on both of their parts. She don't believe him. She said one of y'all is lying. Mariah then asks if Arya has the qualities of a wife that he is looking for. And Caleb was like, she has some qualities. Uh-huh. She has some qualities. What we're seeing is what Caleb has said is the issue, where Mariah doesn't trust him. Mariah doesn't trust Caleb. Now, we don't know if Caleb has cheated on her in the past, if Caleb has given her a reason to not trust him, but she doesn't trust him, and she's very vocal about it. She doesn't even try to hide it. But I guess if he's saying that it's just friendship and Arya is saying that it's just friendship, why are you and Scotty assuming that somebody is lying? I thought that's interesting to me. We see Zena and JR. They claim to have missed each other, but I don't know. I can't tell. So he said that they kiss. He kisses her. And she was like, I don't know where your lips done been on that white heifer. I don't know where your lips have been. You know, they've been all over Sandy. Have you washed them? She starts crying because she doesn't think that it was fair for her to find out in that way. I agree too. I mean, you should really be mad at Nick. Do I think that JR would have told you? I don't know. But Nick really just kind of blurted it out on some, if I'm hurt, somebody else is going to hurt too. JR said, look, we kissed 2 times. The first time it was mutual. The second time she came on to me. He then admits that they cuddled. She looked shocked at cuddled, but she said, look, I'm not going to make a bigger deal out of this because, this did happen while we were, technically broken up. He won't look in her eyes, but he tells her that, we just happen to catch feelings. I don't think Sandy has feelings for JR. She keeps, like, claiming that she does. I do not think that Sandy has feelings for JR. I can't explain it, but something about this seems very one-sided. So JR said, look, it was a good ride, but I probably won't leave with her. And I was with Zena. Probably. Oh, okay. So we then see Scotty and Arya. They are out having a little picnic, I guess, a date, if you will. Arya wants Scotty to be more self aware. I need you to be more self aware about what's going on, not only around everybody else, but with us. Like, Scotty doesn't quite understand where she's coming from. It's almost like he doesn't care. But Scotty points out that, like, he noticed that Arya has been talking about this laughter, this lighthearted banter that she had with Caleb, and Scotty said he clocked it. Um, and Scotty clocked it, and I think that's what he's more engulfed with. Because again, to him, a man and a woman cannot be platonic friends. That's what he is taking from this. So Arya said that she doesn't want to marry somebody that doesn't see where they can get better. And Scotty does seem like a know-it-all asshole that feels that whatever he says is the right way to do something. However, he feels is the only way to feel about something. It's very clear he lacks self-awareness, right? So Scotty said, look, I had a romantic connection with Zena. And I'm like, you're only saying that because you want to hurt Arya, because Arya said that all you care about is defending yourself and not understanding where she's coming from. So your takeaway from that statement is, I had a romantic connection with Zena. No, y'all didn't. No, y'all didn't. Y'all didn't have a romantic connection at all. So he then said that he didn't approach the connection as them just being friends. And then he once again switches it and it's like, but you and Caleb, y'all were just friends. And I was with Arya. Oh, girl, we're not going to keep talking about this shit. I told you what it was. So he gets mad, he gets snippy because he feels that she is cutting him off once again. And I'm like, yeah, she cut you off because you're asking her the same question over and over and over. So he gets a little loud and is saying that she does not ever let him finish and feels that she is always being defensive. See, Scotty has an issue with always feeling like people are defensive. Remember last episode, episode 6, when Zena was saying that she doesn't take her phone to the bathroom. And if she does, I woke up 3 o'clock this morning, went to the bathroom. You know what was in my hand? This shit right here. Lights on. You know why? Because it was dark up in here. Nobody's turning on all these lights. And if she took her phone, who cares? But see, Scotty has an issue with always feeling like if somebody is questioning him or challenging him, you are being defensive. But he doesn't understand when he is being defensive. It's so interesting. They should have a therapist on here for these couples. So she said, look, if you feel that me having an emotional connection with Caleb, someone else, causes you to not want to propose, that's on you and your feelings, and you should stay true to your feelings. So then he was like, so you don't want me to? She said, no. I'm saying that that is on you and your feelings. Basically on some, you can, but I don't need you to propose. Girl, you should have said, no, I don't want to be with your crazy ass. Oh my God. We then see Caleb and Mariah. They're sitting outside, sitting on the balcony, chilling. She want to talk about Arya again. We don't. Me and Caleb both was over it. I sighed right when he did. Caleb said, why can't we just enjoy the night? You are killing Caleb's high, okay? So he suggests that they do like a weekly check-in as a couple, as opposed to her telling him daily, probably hourly, how he is coming short or how he is failing her or failing the relationship in some way. She made the face and she said, no, I want to address it right now. She doesn't want to do bi-weekly. She's okay with nagging him to tell him what she feels he needs to improve on. Okay, sis. So he feels that she is very hyper focused on finding an issue with him. She said, look, why don't we start off the conversation with, I'm talking to you as a friend? And Caleb was like, nah, because that should be a given. You shouldn't have to say that. That should be your mentality, anyways. I think it's odd to be in a relationship with somebody and want to start off a conversation by, I'm talking to you as a friend. So are you his partner or not? I thought that was odd. She thinks that he's being very hypersensitive. Mariah's Aggie. And again, we don't know a lot of the dynamics between them because we didn't get the opportunity to see Mariah vent and talk about what Caleb does or does not do to a partner because who was his partner? Micah, because Micah left. So we don't know, but from what we are seeing, Mariah's Aggie. She would get on my damn nerves, personally. We then see Sandy and Nick. They're cooking. She wants more quality time. She said that apparently he wouldn't even sit on the couch with her. Why are you still with him then? Why you want to be with him? If he don't want to sit on the couch with you and watch TV, what are we really doing? He feels that he feels that he is getting punished because apparently JR sat on the couch with her. Why didn't y'all leave? We could have kept Dave and Vanessa. Why didn't y'all leave? He wants her to shift because he is shifting. Basically, Nick is saying, I want you to stop caring about some stuff as much because you see me trying. No, no. He then said that he wants them to get back to having sex. I said, oh, the audacity. And Sandy said in her confessional, she made a decision to not have sex with him when they got back together. Stand your ground, sis. Stand your ground. Zane and JR get pedicures and mani pedis, and he asks, would him kissing Sandy come up again if they were to get married? Would she like bring it up in the future? And Zena was like, nah, not if that is the only thing that you did. If that's all y'all did, no, because technically we were broken up. We knew what the experience was. You leaned into the experiment experience. They talk about the risk of marriage, and JR is saying that, as far as like risks go, right now, as in his words, right now, because he's not married, if a job opportunity were to pop up in Florida, he would jump up and move. But if he's married, it's a little different because he has a family and he has to think of other people. You are in a relationship now. Would you not think of Zaina now? So Zaina tells him that, see, for her, she wants to have a partnership. She doesn't want it to be, or she doesn't want him to feel like he has to think of everything and he has to control everything and the weight of the world is solely on his shoulders. She wants them to like kind of do things together. We know that JR grew up in a big family. They didn't have a lot of money, so they were like in and out of being homeless and living in hotels and all of that type of stuff. He does not want that for his family, which is fine. You shouldn't want that. But Zaina is kind of telling him, like, look, I got your back with this, but he wants to do it all alone. Sandy seems to be okay with him feeling like I'm going to do this all alone. And that's the biggest difference, I think, for JR. Zaina wants more of a partnership. JR feels that he has to do this on his own because it would be his way of controlling and making sure that him and his family never go back to a shelter. That's what it is. So Arya and Scotty, they're cooking dinner. He's making little sexual innuendos towards her. She seemed kind of irritated by it. Cute enough scene, whatever. Nicholas and Sandra. Okay. She laying up in this bed crying. I said, oh girl. My mind, my opinion, me, myself, Tamara, I feel that she is crying over JR. She tells him she's crying over puffins. The fuck is a puffin? What's a puffin? Somebody please tell me down below. I don't know what that is. So he then tells her, look, I want you to speak up when you're sad. It's okay to not be okay, which it is. I think people do need to learn that. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to admit that you're not okay. Okay, keep that in mind. Don't keep that in, y'all. Let a trusted friend or family member or partner, whoever, know if you do not feel okay. So he said because when he wants her to speak up more when she's sad, because she doesn't, that sadness turns to anger and then she takes it out on him. Caleb and Mariah. So they're talking once again. She walks past him and sits outside, and he was like, come on back in. She feels like he does not meet her in the space of understanding. What I got from this scene, Mariah feels away, okay, about something that Caleb is doing or something she feels she is not receiving in their relationship, okay? She feels that Caleb should automatically understand her point of view and should change. Caleb feels that she is constantly attacking him and she's constantly coming down on him. And Caleb has mentioned this over and over and over again. We have kind of seen bits and pieces of it. So our Mariah is like, that creates friction because you don't understand that that I'm coming from a place of understanding. It creates friction. She said that when she expresses herself, he always takes it as he is lacking in something and he shuts down. Well, Mariah, think about it this way, sis. If every time you are expressing to him about something you feel that he's not doing, how else is he supposed to take it? You know what I mean? If every single goddamn time that you want to complain about something or you want to express yourself, it comes at the expense of him, yes, he is going to feel as if you are constantly saying that he's lacking in something. So she then asks, when will he naturally give her a hug? And when will they connect again? And he said, well, when the problem is resolved. Caleb wants you, Mariah, to stop picking at him. Mariah, you haven't really, unless I'm missing it, you haven't really communicated or articulated what the issue is with Caleb. This man is saying that he feels inadequate to be a husband and to be a father. And your take from that is you don't understand what I'm saying? Okay. Uh, okay. Sure. We have the group meetup, very basic, nothing really popped off. We see that JR guy points out that Nick has the same tattoo as him. Nick tries to play it off as if he did it on listen, let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. Those particular word, that particular phrase, fortune favors the bold, is not something that you see tattooed on people often. I don't, at least, right? I have 6 tattoos. I have never, in any of the 5 times that I went, 6 tattoos 5 times, that's correct. Any of the 5 times that I went to get a tattoo, did I ever accidentally give the wrong picture or submit the wrong text or give the wrong anything? That has never happened to me. Ever. Ever. I got a whole bunch of shit on I'm gonna be real with y'all. I got a tramp stamp, okay? I got it in college. Got it in college. So, I got the basic college girl, tribal print and that type of shit. I have that. But I added stuff to it. So I have like more stuff to it, design, whatever the case. But every step of the way, when I went to get that done, every step of the way, when I went to get each of my tattoos done, boom, boom, back, ankle, like I never once took the wrong picture. I never once submitted the wrong script. How you confuse love conquers all with fortune favors the bold. Nick play in somebody else's fucking face. You look crazy right now. That's why you was laughing like a psycho. Sandra? Girl, I see why you think he's crazy. I see why you don't want to marry this nigga. He is crazy. Oh my God. Don't judge me for my tramp step in the comments either, y'all. Don't judge me. So, JR and Sandy go to the side and talk. He feels that he's grown so much in the process. You haven't, though. Because now your eyes are not focused on the woman that you came with. They focused over here. Nonetheless, he brings up how Zena told him that Sandy said that they were just friends and they had no connection. Sandy is like, I never said we didn't have a connection. Yes, you did. You said it's purely friendship. I hope they rolled the footage at the reunion. So Sandy said that she was trying to protect Zena, and that is his place, JR's place. That's for you to tell Zena about what happened between the two of us. JR wants to know, was this for play? Were we playing house? Yes, nigga, yes. Were we playing house? Or like were there real feelings? No, y'all were playing house. Y'all were playing house. So they then start talking in code about how you should pick yourself and pick yourself. And if your happiness is somewhere else, yeah. JR, you are hinting that you want to be with Sandy. If you want to be with Sandy, tell her I want to be with you. She don't want to be with Nick. So y'all would be okay together. Y'all would be okay together. Just being real. Oh, it's getting ready to snow. Okay, I gotta hurry up. So Nick and Zayna talk, and he apologizes for how it came out that he kissed or that Sandy kissed JR at the changeover. Zayna was like, "Yeah, well, JR told me that she initiated the second kiss." I said, "Oh, girl, cute to scary music, cute to scary music," because now back at the house, okay, after the party is over, Nick and Sandy are talking. He tells her, "You have not been completely honest with me." Sandy is like, "About what?" He said, "I directly asked you about this kiss." And Sandy was like, "What, the second kiss?" So now Nick is like, "So there were 2 kisses. I thought the 2 kisses came at the same time." Sandy is like, "No, no. After I saw you and told you about the first kiss, I was so upset. I was so upset that I kissed somebody else that I wouldn't kiss his ass again. I was with Nick. Girl, you sound stupid. So now Nick is upset and she tries to touch him. He said, unhand me. Get your dirty, filthy hands off. So now he don't even want to be touched. Now he done turned his body away from her. I said, see, you done got crazy mad now. Now his ass is activated, Sandy, because you lied. You lied. What are you lying about this for? So now, Nick is like, so this is what you do when you're mad at me. I wonder what I do when I'm mad at you. Well, see, nobody here likes you, Nick, so you don't have to go outside of the process to find you somebody. He then tells her, leave me alone for a while. You're a dirty, filthy, stinking ass liar. I said, ooh, he called her a liar. I helped him out with it. So he then leaves because he don't want to talk to her. He comes back. He go outside, smoke a square, get his mental together, that good old nicotine fix. And he came back and it's like, I was sure I was going to marry her. Like, oh my God, now I don't know. So he was like, when were you going to tell me? And Sandra, Sandstorm, Quicksand, Sandlot Gang, said, I was going to tell you after we finished filming. I was with him after I proposed. But that was episode, was this 8, 7? This was episode 7, y'all. Let me know what you thought. Subscribe, thumbs up the video. Let's talk down below. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.